So, if you're a parent, you know the drill. You want to give your toddler just a little bit of independence, right? You want them brushing their teeth at the bathroom sink or, helping out by the kitchen counter. So you grab a cute wooden step stool to give them a boost. It seems totally harmless, but you might want to stop what you're doing. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into an urgent recall of a seriously popular product, the Woodure Toddler Step Stool. I mean, it really begs the question, is your toddler's step stool actually safe? You probably look at that seemingly harmless wooden stool you snagged off Amazon and think, hey, it's solid wood, it's fine. But the terrifying reality we're unpacking today is that the legs on this specific step stool, they can snap completely off, literally without any warning.
Section 1. The Woodure Stool Hazard. What you need to know. We're talking about a specific $40 four-legged wooden stool with a flat-top platform. It was an Amazon exclusive, sold in a few neutral finishes designed to match modern decor. Specifically, natural wood, a classic white, and a sleek gray.
Now you're going to want to pay super close attention to this timeline. If you bought one, pull up your Amazon order history right now. These were sold exclusively between June 2022 and November 2022. That specific batch is exactly what triggered the official U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission recall in April of 2023.
And the magic number here? 4,200. That's roughly how many of these specific units were sold during that window. Now, in the grand scheme of consumer product recalls, 4,200 might not sound like a massive deal, but think about it. Every single one of those 4,200 units represents a potential hazard, sitting right now in a home with a small, vulnerable child.
All right, let's get into the official details. On April 13, 2023, the CPSC published this recall, specifically recall number 23169. The core issue driving all of this? Structural integrity. According to the CPSC, the wooden legs on this specific Woodure stool can just break or completely detach from the main platform.
So in the real world, this sturdy-looking stool is basically a trap waiting to spring. Just picture a 2- or 3-year-old. They don't exactly stand perfectly still, right? They're shifting their weight, reaching up, leaning side to side. If one of those legs gives out, the stool just instantly tips over. We are not talking about a minor wobble here. We are talking about a sudden, complete collapse. That's a massive fall hazard that could easily lead to concussions or broken bones, especially on hard tile floors.
Which brings us to the number 4. When the recall was issued, there were 4 official reports of these stools breaking or tipping over, with one incident actually resulting in a minor head injury. But listen, and this is absolutely crucial, for every single official report that gets filed, there are usually dozens of close calls that fly completely under the radar. So even if your stool hasn't broken yet, that absolutely doesn't mean it's safe. Wood can develop these tiny, invisible microfractures that silently weaken the whole structure over time. Moving on to Section 2, the action plan. Getting your refund. So, what on earth do you do if you're looking at one of these in your kitchen right now? Well, the good news is there's a very clear step-by-step remedy, and the importer, Cinecline Inc., is stepping up to offer a full refund to consumers. Okay, here is your exact playbook. Step 1, and honestly, I cannot stress this enough, stop using the stool immediately. Grab it out of the bathroom, take it out of the kitchen, and lock it away in a garage or a closet where your kid absolutely cannot get to it. Step 2 is contacting the company, and Step 3 is making the return. Oh, and don't just chuck it in the trash because you're actually going to need it to process your refund. For that second step, you can email the company directly at recall@cinecline.com or just give them a call at 888-880-0011. Their phone lines are open Monday through Friday. When you reach out, they're just going to ask for your Amazon order number as proof of purchase, and then boom, they'll shoot you a prepaid shipping label to send the stool back. But hold on, what if you didn't buy it directly from Amazon? Like, what if you're a parent who got this as a hand-me-down from a friend, or maybe you scored it at a neighborhood garage sale or off Facebook Marketplace? Well, guess what? The recall absolutely still applies to you. The physical danger of this thing collapsing is exactly the same no matter how it found its way into your house. You should use that exact same email and phone number we just talked about to report it. Even if you're not the original buyer, they are legally required to address this safety hazard. Just tell them the color of the stool and where you think it originally came from. Please, don't let your child use a dangerous product just because it was a freebie or a secondhand. All right, Section 3, buying a safe toddler stool, what to look for.
Now, once you've got your refund sorted and the hazard is out of your home, you're obviously going to need a replacement. So let's pivot to a really quick, incredibly valuable guide on what you should actually be looking for to make sure your toddler stays safe the next time they step up to the sink. Let's break down these 4 key safety features. First up, you want a wide base where the legs splay outwards. The Woodure stool completely failed here because the straight, narrow legs made it super prone to tipping. Second, check for a high weight limit, ideally around 150 to 200 pounds. A heavier, solid wood stool is way harder for a kid to accidentally push across the floor. Third, demand solid hardwood. Think birch or maple. Absolutely skip the cheap particle board. It cracks way too easily. And lastly, make sure it's got rubber grips on the feet so it doesn't turn into a skateboard on wet bathroom tiles. Which actually brings us to a golden rule of parenting that really applies to any furniture your kids use. Test it with your full adult weight first. Seriously, take an extra 5 minutes when the new stool arrives, stand on it yourself, put all your weight on there and give it a good shake side to side. If it holds you up confidently without wobbling, it's pretty safe to say it'll be fine for your little one.
And that brings us to the final and definitely most important question for this explainer. Have you checked your kitchen today? What about the bathrooms? Please take 2 minutes right now to go check any wooden stools in your house against this recall. And hey, if you've got friends or family with toddlers, shoot this information over to them. It literally takes seconds to check, and it could prevent a totally avoidable, tragic fall. Thanks so much for learning with us today, and stay safe out there.